Well, good evening. It is 6:30 on Friday night, August. Oh my God, the wrong month. February 16th. I am sorry I did not update yesterday, y'all. Um, I was just exhausted. Mark's surgery took 5.5 hours, and it was just long. But they were extremely careful. They did everything good. He's got two incisions down each side of his neck. They replaced his trach with a permanent trach. He is now what they call a permanent permanent neck breather. Um, he looks really good. They were really careful. They took out some scar tissue he had around his original trach. One of the issues they thought they might have is they thought they might have to go into his chest. They thought they might have to take the ends off of his collarbone and cut into his chest to make way for his airway if there was a problem with getting the tumor out and not having enough space in his to move his trachea up. But none of that happened, and he looks really good. I washed his hair today with some dry shampoo. He got up and walked around the twice around the hallway up on the second floor of the cancer wing. Um, Everybody at ENC has been fabulous. Dr. Gruby, Dr. Oliver, all the nurses, speech therapists, pathology, everybody. They have just been wonderful. But it was a long day yesterday. I darn near broke Dad's hand. I was squeezing his hand so tight because after we got past 3 hours, then we went past 4, and then we were at 5. And then they called down and said that Dr. Gruby wanted to have a consultation with me. So they put us in this private room, and I'm thinking, oh God, something's gone wrong. They've had to make another decision. And I was just really concerned because now we were getting into, a long time. And she came in, she said the surgery was over, that it went great, that he did well, that they didn't have to do any of the special things they planned for. Um, it just went off textbook. It was great. And we were so relieved. I almost sat there and cried. He it was just such a relief that he did so good. And so it was, what, 6 o'clock or whatever last night when we got to see him. And we were exhausted. And he was out of it off and on. He got to get up today. First thing out of the box this morning, he was asking the nurses, when can I get out of bed? And Dr. Ruby said, okay. So they got him up. They made sure he could get out of bed on his own. He's been in a chair. He doesn't want to stay in the bed. And so they're laughing because they just can't do anything to keep him down. And so they said that he's the star patient because he won't lay down. But he's fighting. He's doing good. He's feeling good. He does have a feeding tube. He is able to feed himself a formula that goes into a large syringe, and he puts it into his stomach. And I told him he would do much better if he had control of it versus the nurses or somebody else doing it. So they gave him control, which is much better for him because he doesn't like anybody else being in control. And so they've been picking on him because he just, he's taking it on. They were not able to put in what they call the passy valve, which is what he'll use to speak eventually because of just how long they were in there and the scar tissue, and they need to let all that heal. And he's so they gave him an electronic larynx. You can put it underneath once your throat heals, but right now they gave him a little like a little piece of tubing, and he puts it in his mouth, and he can form words, and it vibrates the tube, and it causes the words to come out. Well, he is just having himself the biggest time with this. I mean, he's had them all in stitches up there. He's just having himself the best time. So he is in ENC in Greenville. He's in the cancer wing. He's doing great. Hopefully, cross your fingers. He'll come home Monday or Tuesday. We originally thought he was going to be in 5 to 7 days, but it doesn't look like it's going to be that long because he did so well. They just have to get the drainage tubes out. He's got drainage tubes in his neck to help get all of that edema out of there. And I told one of the doctors, God gave them the skill that they can bless their patients with. And I feel that so much because one of the doctors prayed with us before we went into surgery yesterday, and it was a huge blessing. There are all these prayer chains that people added him to, and I just can't thank you enough. I mean, it's a godsend because without y'all, I don't know if we'd have made it. It's been such a roller coaster ride, and I want y'all to know that it's been so blessed. We've been so blessed with all of the friends and all of the prayers, and just we cannot thank you enough. I mean, it's just been a huge blessing, and we'll never be able to thank everybody. It's such a good. It's so heartwarming to feel all the love and just everything going around. So I'm going to post this. I'm going to try to put the picture of Mark in this video here. We'll see. Of him at the hospital. If not, I'll add it as an addendum to the Facebook page. So you can see he looks great. He's got his passive, he's got one of his HME valves, which stands for heat moisture exchange, which means he doesn't have to be on moisturized air because the passive valve is doing it. And so, but he's doing really, really well. And like I said, it's a blessing. I'm going to have something, maybe a glass of wine, and I'm going to go to bed. And I will talk to y'all later. And I love you. And thank you so much. And y'all mean the world to us. Have a great night. Bye.